Okay, I guess we are live right about now. Just let me go ahead and check. All right, looks like we're doing all right with that. There we go. All right, we are live. Let me go ahead and get this started. What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. And tonight we have a very special occasion of a live stream. We have a very special guest with us, David Schlotthauer. David, go ahead and introduce yourselves. Or
Hey
yourself.
everybody, it is David Schlotthauer, known as your weather enthusiast as well, on the behalf of Pat's Path Predictor. I've been doing weather for about 3 or 4 years outside of YouTube. I've been doing it since I was 6 years old, been just studying weather, just kind of very, very intrigued on how weather works, and
Yeah.
I am 28 years old.
All right. We also have Butterdog in our with us right now. Butterdog, say hello.
How's it going, everyone? Weather enthusiasts, it's Butterdog here. I'll mostly be in the chat and stuff, answering questions or anything you might need. So just go ahead and let me know, and I'll try to help you out.
All right, much appreciated. We also have Sonny on the line. If he would like to say a little bit of introduce himself a little bit. Yeah. Okay, we'll come back in a little bit. Yeah, and we have one more person. Go ahead and introduce yourself, real quickly.
So I'm a teen meteorologist from Indiana, and I've been loving weather since I was a little toddler. And I'm starting to go storm chasing with my dad soon, and that's basically it.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. We have a lot to talk about tonight as we start to get a few viewers in the chat right now. For those who are tuning in, just make sure you tell your friends that I am live and we are going over this potential threat that is going to be coming in the next few days or so. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start right now. We're going to be talking about kind of this big severe threat that's kind of in the middle smack of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. As you can see through the SPC site right here, we have a 30% risk already from Wichita all the way down to Wichita Falls, Texas, and even further down south, more almost towards Abilene right here. And we have a 15% risk from Des Moines all the way down to Waco and points west over there. And David actually put out a really good discussion that we're going to go ahead and quickly read some of before we get to the models right here. A substantial severe weather episode, possibly a regional outbreak of severe weather, is probable for Monday across the Red River Valley, northern Oklahoma, and just east of the I-27 corridor. All severe hazards are likely to be significant, especially after 23:00 or 6 to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time. A strong trough will be ejecting at the beginning of the period Monday morning. However, through a second trough over British Columbia, this will make a bit of a southeastern move by 15Z on Monday, or about 10 a.m. Central Time at that point. And it will be over the desert southwest, and we'll have an attendant PVU streamer that will rapidly intensify. As this is happening, a decent flux of moisture will, with surface dew points to low to mid 60s, will be able to have time to advect as far north as northern Oklahoma right there. And here's kind of the juicy stuff that we have right here, David. I am gonna kind of go over this just to summarize this, because you have a lot of weather terms in there and everything like that. We like that and all that, but I just wanted to kind of summarize that, if that's okay for the general public. Are you okay with that?
That is absolutely fine.
All right, so here's several things we need to continue to take a look at right here. First of all, we're looking at potentially a very moist environment for this thing to really start. All the moisture will be advecting as the accent arrives, isentropic accent rather. This occurs, we will be looking at very steep lapse rates of, at least according to David, 4.4 to 4.8 degrees Celsius per kilometer. David, for all of our viewers right now, just go ahead and kind of briefly talk about why these lapse rates are so significant.
So actually, I don't know if I could share my screen and show the viewers with what I mean by lapse rates.
All right, I'll go ahead.
I'll probably be doing a discussion on this in a couple of days myself. But yeah, let me share my screen here and let me get things all loaded up here.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know if you could share your my stream in your stream.
Let me test something out real quickly just so I can get the. All right, there we go. Yep, I got it right here. Here you go. So go right ahead.
All right. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna look at mid-level lapse rates, and we're gonna be focusing. This is the 12 kilometer, by the way. And so this is the NAM, the North American Meso model. So this is kind of a convective allowing model. This is a regional model because it's not really high res versus the NAM at Nest model. But what we're looking at here is the lapse rates, the temperature change with height. Okay, if you think about the dry 80 rate drop, the temperature changes about 9.6 degrees in a given layer of the atmosphere, which is the dry adiabatic. Now the moist adiabatic is different. It's gonna fall. It's not gonna drop or cool as quickly aloft. So when we take a look at our lapse rates here, so we're gonna just click on over here in kind of say Western Oklahoma. So
okay.
Let's kind of click that. So what I wanted to show you all is this. So this is not the best example of showing a fully unstable atmosphere, because what we do have here, we have a capping inversion at just above the 1 kilometer layer. And what I mean by that is this blue line. So this is assuming we mix out the atmosphere. We use our mixed layer parcel that is dotted here in blue. So you lift a parcel, right? It's going to cool, or it's going to follow the dry adiabatic.
Yep, it's going to cool dry adiabatically.
Yeah, it's going to cool like that. And that's what we have with our red temperature. But once it hits saturation, you're going to follow the moist adiabatic lapse rate, which is why this doesn't drop as quick. But the thing here is, if this cap weren't here, our temperature would probably do something like this. And then your virtual temperature, which is the red line, is on the left side of this blue line, which again is your parcel lapse rate. And that's how you get instability that develops. That's why on weather maps, especially on what is the word? Meso models.
That's what there we go.
Sorry. Little brain fart there. This is why you get instability. Now, instability is not equal because we have a capping inversion here. And that means what you saw here, if we click back on this one last time, you will see, come on, load. You will see that this is capped. This is not fully unstable. This is not a destabilized atmosphere.
Yep, that's your stable. That's your stable air within your your unstable atmosphere. That's holding those severe storms back.
But now there are some perimeters we could use most unstable. What does that look like? So let's generate a sounding on that. And so, because sometimes, so your most unstable parcel is actually at the surface still. And is generating us 2,500 joules per kilogram, which is thunderstorm juice. But what we really need to pay attention to is, does this cap erode? And it does erode, especially near the dry line of what I posted on Twitter, especially right up in here with our initial first model run here of capturing this event. Does indicate that inhibition will likely erode because of those steepening lapse rates and because of isotropic ascent that encroaches and overspreads the warm sector. So when we pull up a sounding, we can virtually see here, there is no, oops, let me bring my yellow pen here. There is virtually no capping here involved. Now, your lapse rates are not as steep as further south, where it's more likely capped, and that's because you have an EML that is in place. This, let alone, will give way to severe thunderstorms big time because we have very high CAPE values. Uh-oh. It's all right. So there is a lot of instability through this layer of the atmosphere. Not much convective inhibition to hold storms back because your LFC is right on top of your LCL, which is the level of free convection, is when a parcel of air will continue rising without any force mechanism on it. So that parcel will continue to rise in the vertical without any isotropic ascent or any dynamical lift into the atmosphere, usually done by a trough. Then when we look at our hodograph, of course, we have curvature in the first 3 kilometers of the atmosphere. Now, up here doesn't matter a whole lot because storms are going to ingest the lowest 3 kilometers of air. And so when we see this, definitely curved. It's very much curved with height. And what that means is you have winds at the surface doing this, and then winds are backing from the southwesterly direction. Okay, so that's what we are seeing.
I think we care about weather.
Ban them all, Butterdog.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got raided there for a second. We got some exciting weather. We got some exciting weather enthusiasts that wanted to come in. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at chat for a second while we get that sorted out. Yeah, Gabe, I see you, my man. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday night. I know I am as well. Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm fucking yapping.
Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Hold on, let me get him.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, you just got Radar Omega. I use Radar Scope, but good on you, you man. Steel hits, and then there's Radar. There's Radar. Radar Omega is fantastic. Yeah, definitely. Hello, David. Hello, Pat. Hello. How are you doing this Friday night? It's been, yeah, it's been quite the eventful day. That's what I'll say for sure. Especially with this stream. What a way to start it. So, yeah. All right. Everyone's good. So, yeah, we also got we got a new. We got someone new who is in here as well. We have Core in here. Core, if you'd like to say hello, be our guest. We are streaming to quite a few people right now. So, yeah.
Hi. Sorry about the music.
Don't worry about it. Okay, let's go ahead and continue, David, if you're ready to go, because I also want to show some information in a little bit, but I'll let you keep going.
Yeah, so sorry about the interruption there with the whole people joining there for a second. So what we're looking at here, can you zoom up, by the way, in your on your screen, Pat?
Yeah, what do you want me to zoom in on?
Okay, there, perfect. You're right there. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically what you have is you have directional shear with height, okay, and you have speed shear at the same time. Not modest amounts of speed shear, but definitely a lot of directional shear here that is in place. And what that actually allows is storms to rotate. We get mesocyclones within these supercells. Okay, think of a supercell as one of the smallest low pressure systems on a mesoscale that you can think of. When these thunderstorms develop, they begin to rotate, they ingest that tube of spinning air that is usually horizontal, right? Because you have southeasterly winds at the surface, you have southwesterly aloft. That's kind of your horizontal spin in the atmosphere. But when you get these thunderstorms, that horizontal spin becomes more vertically stacked. And once you get that, you get a mesocyclone, you get intense thunderstorms that typically develop within that environment, especially when you have a lot of instability.
Okay, thank you very much. We have a couple of questions in the chat right now. Where do you think the worst of the severe weather will be? Right now, according to what we're seeing with the SBC, as well as several computer models that I'll be showing very shortly, we are looking at this being a Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas threat as of right now. Pretty much interesting stuff's going on. Yeah, David's kind of showing it right there. That's the SIG-TOR parameter. We'll get to that in just a second, but I wanted to go ahead and answer that real quickly. It looks like Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. For where in Oklahoma, I'd say the worst would be Wichita. Would be pretty much Wichita south down to Wichita Falls, and then pretty much throughout Oklahoma, at least central Oklahoma would be the brunt worst of it. And so that's where I'm thinking right now. So there's that. Next question is, how bad is this going to be? Because I'm a Skywarn spotter for the area. What right now? There's a lot of unknowns. I know David's showing the graphic of the SIG-TOR parameter right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and show my stuff right now. I'm going to go ahead and zoom back. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out of this so that way I can show it appropriately going on. So, yeah, this is what we have going on. Let me just go ahead and take care of that real quickly, and then we'll kind of see what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at some of the parameters I am taking a look at. Looking at surface-based CAPE, what's that going to be right now? According to the North American model, this is going to be varied from model to model. We're looking at quite a bit of CAPE, especially in Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, cracking 2,500 joules per kilogram, as we've been talking about through the soundings right there. So that's what that's the main thing we are kind of looking at right there. But also, another thing we are looking at, David, I'm not sure if you've touched on this yet, but we're also looking at the insane amount of wind shear that we have going on with this. David, if you remember those soundings that you were pulling up, I'll actually go ahead and pull up one that I have kind of ready to go right here. Disregard the PDS tornado for right now, but here's the wind shear that we're looking at for some of these right here. 27 knots of wind shear, and this was taken in central Oklahoma right here. 27 knots of wind shear at 1 kilometer. That's quite a bit for tornado development. 54 knots at 3 kilometers. Yeah, that's quite a bit as well. And you have almost 80 knots of wind shear across a lot of these areas right here, which that is going to absolutely enhance your supercell development, and that's also going to enhance your hail threat right there. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to this. David, would you like to add some stuff to that?
That is a very concerning sounding. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is very curved. You're starting with winds from the southeasterly direction at 20 knots at the surface, and then you go at or around the 3 kilometer layer, you're doing more southwesterly at around 60 knots. So that is substantial. That right there could give, if all the perimeters come together, that could foster a very strong tornado, perhaps. I mean, something. We've seen many strong tornadoes so far this season, especially like say Ohio with that moderate risk that was in place.
Yep.
Back in late March, we could be seeing something like that this go round, but only in western Oklahoma, southern Kansas, as well as northern panhandle of Texas, like the northeastern panhandle, that is.
Yeah.
When we can see the best chances of a strong tornado, given that parameter, or given the photographs that we're seeing.
Yep.
Not much capping issues.
That's going to be a problem right there. One thing I will say though is, You were showing the 18Z on stream for a second right there, David. I'll go ahead and kind of do that as well. Here's what we're looking at with some of the parameters. This is Supercell composite. This is essentially measuring, okay, what are the likely probabilities of a supercell based off of all the conditions that we have going into this right now. Well, here's the supercell composite right here, and David, I want you to comment on this further right here. We are looking at 21 a supercell composite of 21 out of pretty much 35 and above. How big of a number is that? And I want you to kind of explain it so our audience understands what we're talking about, because I'm sure a lot of people are going, "Oh, Patrick, man, you're talking about the weather too much. What are the impacts going to be?" Okay, I'm going to mute for a second because...
All right. So the supercell composite parameter is basically taking into consideration, again, instability. How significant is the instability? How much moisture do you have in the atmosphere, especially at the surface? How strong is the deep layer shear over this given area? All right. In fact, for a lot of you that are wondering about this, not that I don't know it already, but if you actually go, I think there is like a little help section. Yeah, product description. So what it uses, it's based on a lot of calculations, storm relative helicity. It's based on your 850 millibar winds, and it's based on something with bunkers right moving on that perimeter as well. There's a lot to take into consideration here, but it's a slim index. Shear, lift, instability, moisture. How much shear do you have in the atmosphere overlapping this perimeter? How much instability do you have? How much lift? Okay, a lift, instability, moisture. So it's shear, lift, instability, moisture. When everything comes together just perfectly, this is why your values are this high. The higher the number, typically, the bigger chances you have with a supercell. It does not solidify that, oh, there is going to be a very high chance of supercells in this area. The signal, the atmosphere state in this area is giving the models an alert that, oh, based on moisture, shear, lift, instability, this is what might end up happening. So right now with these numbers being 21, that is fairly high on a non-high-res model. Again, the 12 or the NAM 12 kilometer is not a high-res model. Even so, it's dubbed, oh, it's a type of meso model. It's not really that high-res compared to your NAM Nest model. So when we look at the NAM Nest model, it's not that far out in time. It only goes out to 60 hours. Another one is the high-resolution rapid refresh model, which doesn't go out that far either.
It goes out
and
48 hours,
unfortunately. For a
unfortunately.
second. And it glitched out. Lovely.
All right.
Okay, there we go. So the RAP, the HRRR, and the NAM Nest models are the models you should be using at least in the 60-hour time frame. NAM initially at first, because that's kind of the only high-res model that can go out to 84 hours out.
Yeah.
But also there's another parameter or another model that I like to look at, and it's short-range ensemble forecasting, or SREF. Okay?
Is that on Pivotal Weather?
SREF.
Yep, it's on Pivotal Weather. I got it.
Range ensemble forecasting. Now, on the College Due page here, oops.
Yeah, it looks
it's
like...
kind of acting a little finicky today.
Yeah, it looks like...
If we go to Ensemble, SPC, or SCP, we can see... oh, wait, no, this is the GEFS. Excuse me there.
Yeah,
sorry.
That's fine.
We can go to the probability of CAPE exceeding 2,000 joules per kilogram, and what we see... is this not loading? That is
okay. All right.
Crazy.
All right.
Okay, this worked. I know that for a fact this actually worked earlier.
Yeah.
Can I say something, Pat?
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, here it is. So this gives us a general idea as forecasters. Let's go to 0Z Monday, actually 21Z. So this gives us a general idea of what the instability is going to, what the chances of it exceeding that are. So let's just say in this portion of Oklahoma and also northern Texas, there's at least a 45 to even as high as 70% chance of thunderstorm juice, that is CAPE, convective allowing potential energy. It's the positive area on a sounding. There's a 70% chance of, say, northern Oklahoma, southern Kansas to exceed 2,000 joules per kilogram. That is incredible on a short-range ensemble forecasting system. You don't see that very often. That is giving us moderate to high confidence that there is going to be some sort of a severe weather event or an outbreak that can develop here. And look at some of these numbers later or early on in the period. Look at this. Even perhaps Topeka, Kansas, Kansas City. That's an 80% chance. That is very high. 75 hours out in time. And that is why the SPC in this area has delineated, whatever the tongue twister name, has highlighted a 30%.
Yeah.
Because of the confidence on the short range ensemble. Now there is also an HREF model out there that's not quite in range, which stands for high resolution ensemble forecasting. It's similar to the SREF model, but it's only available on the SPC. And then, of course, you have your GEFS, your ensembles on this one, also giving a similar output on the probability of exceeding 1,000 joules per kilogram.
That's interesting.
In this case, we are looking at about a 90% chance in this portion of the severe risk to exceed that. And then mean Supercell composite parameters also can use this for a general idea. And what we have here by Monday night and Tuesday, we have Supercell composite parameters here of a 5, which is it's not 0, but then you got your max on some of the ensembles here. The 90th percentile exceeding 15 and even 14 over the OKC,
yeah,
Oklahoma City, and towards the west, where this dry line sets up. And speaking of that, really quickly, let's go.
Yeah, I actually want to go ahead and take a look at this myself.
Show you something too. Another parameter. It's not even on here, is it? No, it isn't. Oh yeah, it is.
I'm gonna show something on my end because I want to visualize.
Temperature is going to be the most accurate way to use things. In my personal experience, I think it's accurate to use mixed dew point, which is assuming that the air mass mixes out, right? You get inverted V sounding. So in this case, let me just show them this really quick.
All right, David, hold on just a second. I'm just looking at this.
Here is not very well mixed.
Okay.
So we could probably assume that we're going to use the surface dew point for that. But let's just say, what a mixed boundary looks like is you get inverted V sounding. So when you look at a mixed layer, you're going to want to see this. This is not really very well mixed because we don't have a inverted V, but early on in the period, it does mix, actually, because if we
that has got to be one of the strongest dry lines I have seen in a long time, David.
Really quickly.
Oh, I'm muted. Yeah, David, I was about to say, that's got to be one of the strongest dry lines I have seen in a long time. Sorry, I've been muted.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is very strong. And when we look at another sounding here over the dry line, this right here is very well mixed. You can definitely see the dry adiabatic lapse rate, very well mixed boundary layer. But further to the east, of course, it might not mix out very well because we have the influx of moisture going northward being transported by the LLJ of 50 to 60 knots. and LLJ stands for low level jet. And then, of course, right along this, you have your dry line, and the dry line separates your moist air to the east and dry air to the west. And that is also served as a triggering mechanism for at least a few, or in this case, we could have several supercells firing along this. And some of these could be capable, once they move east and kind of ingest some of this deeper moisture, could be capable of producing some very large hailstones exceeding 3, 4, maybe 5 inches in diameter within this dry line. And where it bulges out is where we might see the best chances for a few intense, long-tracked, strong supercells. And given the amount of energy that we have, ELs are very high, up to about 250 millibars. You could see some echo tops exceeding 50, 60,000 feet. And that's where you could have some big time hailstones come out of this. Now, Theta E is not very...
Okay. All right. We'll move on, get to that in just a second.
Okay.
But what's up?
Could I say something real
Sure.
quick?
Yeah.
Someone was asking about southeastern Nebraska in the chat. So basically, the Cape and stuff is going to be really high, all that storm juice. But until like about midnight, there's going to be a cap throughout the whole day.
And that's what we know right now. That's what we know right now.
On the NAM model, on the 18Z NAM, that's what it should. I'm just going to say that. And then eventually storms should come overcome the cap when they hit that part. But that's always because the NAM doesn't go out that much. To early Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely. All right, I want to say a couple things before we continue with you, David. Number one thing I don't think we have really touched on yet is this isn't going to be a thing where all this energy is going to come at once and cause everything to fire off. That's not what is going on. This is going to take multiple days for this to really set up and really organize the way that it wants to. Because what I'm looking at right now is we're looking at essentially moist air advection coming from the Gulf of Mexico. We are seeing a lot of moisture coming off of that, not just tomorrow, not just Sunday, but pretty much all 3 days that are going on. That's the first thing. The second thing we need to consider, too, is that we don't have all the data just yet. We're just giving you what the NAM and several other models have given us just as of right now. So things are going to obviously change. Things might get worse. Things might get better. We're just going to have to see what the data comes in. But David, please go ahead and continue.
All right. So if you want to share...
Yep, I just did.
Okay. So now... the concerning threat up here now of what Simeon was saying, again, the warm front, there is going to be some sort of supercells that do try to develop along this warm front, and then they'll likely move out into the cold sector. This part of the severe risk is probably not as concerning because, again, because of the forcing for ascent not going to be as dynamically strong versus areas to the southwest, say like along the dry line. But yeah, we could get a few supercells that do ride this warm front. And if they do, we could see some large hailers as well. If I click on a sounding, this is what we're going to get.
I think the main threat will be damaging winds, honestly, for that area.
Yeah, and maybe some large hail. But we have decent moisture at the surface here. We have a little bit of an EML located just above the 1 kilometer. Your directional shear, not too terribly bad. I could see a little bit higher numbers here, but just generally under 50 meters squared per second squared. So we're not looking at a whole lot of intense shear on that. When we look at our significant tornado parameters, maybe a spin up or two along this front, but it really is going to be focused along that dry line bulge.
Yeah, I was going to say
right up in here
should be limited for that area.
Yeah, but right in here, especially where that bulging takes place, we could have a few intense, possibly some life-threatening supercell potential right up in here
Yeah.
where we got the best forcing. Oh, I wanted to show you all the 500 millibar jet as well.
Yeah, you're showing 30 people in the chat right now. Be sure to like the stream, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And tell your friends that we're streaming about this potentially big severe weather event that's going to be coming up in a few days. And David and I are just, and a few others are just kind of trying to present to you what we're kind of showing and with everything going on. So, David, go right ahead and continue with that. I just wanted to make that announcement very clear. And one more thing, if you have any questions for us, feel free to type into the chat. Gabe, I know you've been talking about this dryline bulge. We were just talking about that. So, I appreciate your analysis from the comments right there. So keep it up. We'll be happy to hear more from you tonight. So, yeah. All right, David. I just wanted to make that announcement real quickly.
Mm-hmm. So now, when looking at the 500 millibar jet, the concerning aspect to this is look at how this amplifies. Okay, so early on the period, early in the day on Monday, we don't have much of that jet overspreading the warm sector. A little bit of it, the eastern nose of this is getting into the Red River Valley, Texas Panhandle, looking at about 53 to say 70 knots. But look what happens by the time we go into the evening hours. Look at this jet here. This is very, very strong.
That's at 500.
500 millibars. Even northern Texas Panhandle, we got perhaps 100 knots. So in a more conservative sense, we're looking at 500 millibar winds exceeding 80 to 90 knots at least over the northern Texas Panhandle, and then possibly further intensifying to about 100 plus knots over Kansas by 06Z on Tuesday. So this is a very energetic trough. And another thing I wanted to show you, let's zoom out and look at vorticity. So I did mention in my Twitter discussion is how this trough moves out of California, moves into the desert Southwest, into the New Mexico Edwards Plateau, and then ejects into the high plains. And take note of this PVU streamer right in here. This is where we're seeing the strongest dynamical lift. This is where we're seeing the strongest forcing for ascent, along to go with air mass response. So when we go forward, we can see just how this really gets going. You can even see right here a little bit of a curvature with a bent back cold front or occlusion is where we are seeing the strongest dynamical lift. And it's within this sector right in here. I strongly believe right in here, eventually with eastward extent is where that severe weather is going to get going.
Yeah.
But early on in the period, we can see right in here is where we have the best chances for severe weather along that barrel clinic zone, where we have dry line, where we have that negatively tilted trough, a PVU streamer helping to eject 100 knot winds at 500 millibars. Not much frontal genesis. But when we look at our, let's see here. Hold on a second.
Yeah. While you're working on that, David, Gabe also put something in that I think that I want everyone here in this call to listen to. You do not get to see those 500 millibar winds during the spring season every time in the Oklahoma area. That negatively tilted trough with that jet streak looks to help to amplify that jet. That's concerning because that's one thing that we need to also consider, because this trough is also negatively tilted, which isn't very good if you don't want severe weather. Weather Center Rosario, I see you in the chat right now. Welcome here tonight.
Rosario?
Yeah, how you doing, man?
I'll tell you. Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt, Pat.
Go right ahead.
Dude, WX Center Nazario, he is literally a VIP in hurricane tracking. Bro, we have to collaborate this hurricane season because we're talking about hyperactive hurricane season. Another day.
Yeah, we'll talk about that another time. We're talking about severe weather right now. Hurricane season is still a month and a half away. Go right ahead.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
So basically, Pat and David mentioned the negatively tilted trough. There are 3 different types of troughs: positively tilted, neutrally tilted, and negatively tilted. Negatively tilted is the most significant as it pulls the moisture the most, compared to a positively tilted trough where it doesn't pull as much moisture. So this is like the worst type of trough out of the three.
For severe weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, for severe
Exactly.
weather.
Okay. Fantastic. Thanks for clearing that up.
Good job.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
so now back to so what this negatively tilted trough is going to do is it's going to lead to a huge air mass response. We have low-level jet encroaching over the high plains here at over 65 knots. That is very significant in a wide swathed area.
What level is that?
850 millibars, about 4,900 feet above the surface.
That's
like
interesting.
Oh,
So
yeah.
now when we look at the 700 millibar flow, we have southwesterly exceeding 67, perhaps even 70 knots. So you can get an idea just how strong this is going to be. And when we look at 500 millibars, just for reference, here it is. Look at that. Nice, good wind field right in here. Look at the nose of that jet going all into Kansas. So this is why the SPC has mentioned a 30% in their day 4 outlook. Now, to be specific, I have not pulled the trigger on a moderate risk yet. Some parts of me say it should be issued, but parts of me say it's not. Here is why I am not going for a moderate risk of severe weather in my own personal outlook. There's a number of factors. One of them is that cap. Okay. And let me kind of iterate on this. Yeah, let me iterate on this, Pat, really quick.
Oh, yeah, sure. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay. So the mean layer, okay, instability, or the mixed layer, I should say, we have a lot of this capping involved here, and this is not very weak at all. If we go just east, it's negative 170. Now, negative 170, negative 200 might not seem all that strong. It's like, oh, it's not that strong at all. But you do not want to have a cap that's strong, because the more negative the cap is, the stronger the inversion is, and you're not going to be able to lift that parcel from the surface. So what we want to see is at least little bits of cap. We do need a little bit of a cap environment, but not overly strong. We will only want negative. Hold on. You hold on, Graham.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So what we have here, sorry, Pat.
No, don't worry about it. I'm just looking at the chat right now. I live in northern Illinois. Could it get stormy there? Yes, we are watching a risk for day 5 as well. We're going to go ahead and go over that as soon as David is done with his analysis.
Yeah. So we want very little cap here. So let's kind of bring up negative 50 up over here, northwestern Oklahoma. Okay. Let's bring this up. So we can see here how this is slightly capped. Now, while it is slightly capped too, this is a fairly strong inversion in a sense, because it is literally about almost 1 kilometer or almost 2 kilometers deep, from 1 kilometer to 3 kilometer. That is not a very weak inversion by the sense that it is very tall, but it is weak in the sense that we also don't have very high numbers. But now let's show you what it looks like once again where the cap is likely to erode on this one model. Now this is one model. This is not just a whole.
Yeah, disregard the PDS tort, like I said earlier. Disregard that.
Big X on the PDS. Actually, we're gonna kind of.
Yeah, let's just deal with that. Yeah, we'll just disregard that.
All right, so what we have here is an uncapped atmosphere. So you're lifting the parcel from the surface, and it is not it's not able to sink back down because there's no inhibition. And then that parcel, once it gets above the LFC, the lifted of free convection level, or the level of free convection, it really accelerates. all the way up until it hits the equilibrium level, which is above 200 millibars. So that is very strong thunderstorm. That's a very strong supercell sounding veered back pattern here. We got winds southeasterly, then back into southwesterly in the mid and upper levels. That is a scary sounding for a lot of storm chasers that love to chase these storms. Not a good situation if you want to find large hailstones, because this would be notorious of producing some very large hail, because we do got some steep lapse rates. So this is capped, this is not. So the negative number on a sounding, like let's just say it's 5,000 joules per kilogram, but you have negative 200 joules, you have a capped environment. We want to get rid of that cap. That's a severe weather lover's drink. Get rid of the cap, not a whole lot of it, but if it's weak enough, we can keep these storms isolated. And that is a recipe for strong, long-lived supercells that can be that produce very large hailstones exceeding 5 inches in diameter, folks. We could be dealing with something like that here. And of course, damaging wind gusts exceeding 70 miles an hour, perhaps. And of course, a strong tornado. I repeat, we could be looking at that in the high plains from northern Texas, western Oklahoma, into southern Kansas.
Yeah. All right. So, sorry to cut you off, Simeon, but Drew Ferguson asks, "What do you think for southern Nebraska on day 4, which is Monday for severe weather? What do we think of southeastern Nebraska? Are we thinking more of a wind threat, or are you thinking more of a more of a hail threat? What are we thinking with that, just for that area, David?"
So you're southeastern Nebraska? Right? Southeastern. Okay.
Yeah, and also eastern Kansas, also Kansas City, this Kansas City area. While you're at it,
wait, real quick. In like a few, let's say 30 minutes, the OOZ NAM is going to be fully out, because the new model is almost out.
All right,
it is out. But
okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's rendering, so we'll get.
All right, we'll come back to that in a second. I want to answer some questions in the chat while we are waiting for that.
Let's answer a couple. So let's do southeastern Nebraska first. So for southeastern Nebraska, so let's go into the early. So this atmosphere right in here is likely to remain fairly well capped. So any big severe weather concerns there are likely to not develop until later on in the afternoon, into the evening hours. And even so, instability here does not look very appreciably significant. We're only looking at modest amounts, anywhere between, say, about 300 joules per kilogram to maybe as high as maybe 800. I would say 900 is sufficient for at least some low top supercells.
Yep.
But when we take a look at the significant tornado parameter, of course, this is Nebraska, there again is a non-zero chance for a tornado or two to develop. Okay, I just want to repeat that. A non-zero chance for a tornado or two, because we do have some STP values there. Now, this does not mean, let alone you will see a strong tornado or two, but there is an outsider chance that could happen.
Okay.
Now, for Kansas City, now the next question is also the chances of you seeing a strong tornado might not end up happening until probably Tuesday, potentially, because again, this atmosphere down here is very well capped.
Yep.
We're talking negative 300, so really not a highly unstable atmosphere. And a lot of it, you can see it here, it's going to be along this dry line bulge right here over Kansas and northwestern Oklahoma, and eventually it moves towards the east. Now, of course, we're only going to really be focusing on high-res models at this given time, in a sense, because we're getting closer to the event. Global models like the GFS, let's use that really quickly. That's going to give us a fuzzier picture, but here's a look at that right in here in Kansas, where you do have a somewhat of a modest chance of seeing a supercell or two, especially though primarily in central Missouri, maybe even northeastern Missouri, further south. you have a pretty solid chance at seeing a few intense supercells that develop within that warm sector environment. In fact, if we just click on a sounding in western Missouri, let's click on that. Pretty well curved photograph, speed shear, very significant. Directional shear, not really a big thing. Your lapse rates could look a lot better. They're looking 6.7 degrees Celsius. So probably not a very, well, given the intensity of updrafts, we could see a marginal to slight risk for large hailstones exceeding at least quarter size. Now the analogs might be over going a little overboard with that. Now going into Missouri, as the St. Louis area, of course, by Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, there's a STP of a SCP of a 4, and this could yield the chances for some large hail. There is some capping issues, but there is some good directional shear as well. So that could yield at least an isolated supercell threat during the overnight or during the late afternoon, evening hours in St. Louis.
All right. Thank you very much, David. While I'm here,
we have 70 people watching.
Yes, we do. All right. Be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps us out, helps us get more people engaged with weather. Subscribe to David as well. His is in the title right there, so be sure you check out him as well. Also, share this with your friends. Let them know, hey, we're looking at a really big severe weather outbreak that may be happening. TRG Tornado, I see you, man. If you'd like to come in and give some more analysis, we're in Lobby 1 on Weather Force if you'd like to take a look at that and help us out a little bit. We honestly need all the help we can get with this right now. So without further ado, David, if you're done with this, I'd like to move on a little bit to day 5 because I've been getting some questions about that. So I'm going to go ahead and briefly go over the SPC.
No, really quickly, I just wanted to kind of go over TRG Tornado's comment there. If the NAM went further out, that cape would be much higher in southern Kansas. Not that wise to talk about one model run. And
look, we're just going off of what we have right now, TRG. And if you want to come in here and talk about it, please be our guest.
Also, even if you don't get severe weather or not, make sure you have like multiple ways to receive alerts, like have a weather app just in case you do get severe weather, because this could be pretty significant.
Yep, absolutely. Simeon, you just nailed it on the head right there. All right, so let me go ahead and briefly talk about
Dave. I have to go for a bit. I have to eat dinner, but I should be back.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. I'll go ahead and briefly go over day 5 while you're at it right here. So here's the situation we have for day 5. Right here, we have a broad 15% risk from La Crosse, Wisconsin, all the way back down to Waco, Texas right here. And based off of what I've been seeing, yeah, there could be a little bit of a supercell threat as well. However, it looks like at that point, it might be more of a wind threat and hail threat at that point, while the main tornado threat will be in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas over here. So, yeah, I'm not going to read over the whole SBC outlook right there because we'd be here forever and all that stuff. So, yeah, all right. With that being said, though, we got 60 plus people in the chat right now. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us about the severe weather. We'd be more than thrilled to answer them, so that way we can kind of address everyone's concerns, what kind of threats you all are looking at right there, and all that stuff going on as of right now. But in the meantime, I am going to be taking a look at the parameters for day 5 while we are waiting for some questions to flood into the chat. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the stream while you're at it as well, so that way we can get more people engaged with weather. So here's the parameters we are looking at as of right now. We're going to go ahead and look at the continental United States look right here. This goes out till overnight, but yeah, the 0Z NAM is starting to come in, and already we're looking at parameters that are already starting to get together just even the next 24 hours right now. So yeah, an 18Z NAM probably won't help us that much. Okay, that product is unfortunately unavailable. But what I have been noticing is even so, before all this really starts, we're looking at really good dew points, really good amounts of humidity that we're dealing with, even into the overnight hours over there. So, yeah. Isabella asks, what are my thoughts on the trough ejection? I'm pretty confident in a strong negatively tilted trough ejection. Yeah, that's what Gabe and I are also thinking about as well. So, yeah, thank you very much for the question with that. Yeah, the outline of the SPC is indicating a linear system. Yep, radar bolt, I'm right there with you. I'm thinking hail and winds are going to be the main threat for day 5, unless something else unexpected really starts to ramp up. But since this is weather, we're going to have something unexpected anyway.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to say something. We didn't talk about this, but for Monday, the biggest threat with the enhanced risk, we didn't check this. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of cloud cover according to the NAM 18Z model.
Don't trust the NAM on that. I don't use modeling when it comes to cloud cover, mainly because it's very unpredictable. It's very unreliable, and the best way we can really deal with that is if we get observations like 12 hours ahead of time. But with that being real time. But with that being said, though, if cloud cover would absolutely help with the severe, with at least limit the severe threat, because if you don't have that sun, you're not going to have very much severe weather to deal with. So, yeah, TRG is in the chat right now. Okay, we have 83 people in the stream right now. That is absolutely incredible. Yeah, that's crazy. So, yeah. We'll go ahead and give you the announcement. And we also have a new member with us, Theodore Johnson. You are now a weather enthusiast. I know this is very original, but I appreciate you putting your confidence in me and letting me continue doing what I like to do. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. John, I know you're in the call right now. If you would like to help out a little bit with this, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not, but yeah, what you've been kind of hearing through all this, what do you think about what's going on? Okay, John is apparently not here right now. That's a little awkward. That's a little awkward, but yeah. What does everyone else think so far?
What up, Pat?
Yeah.
I've been listening.
Yeah, how are you doing, Sonny?
I'm going to think that it'll probably just stay enhanced and not go moderate, like David said.
Okay.
It's because the capping, that's going to be a problem during the day. If there was a capping issue, then I would see it go moderate.
Yeah.
Like the last one. That kind of busted.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, all right. So, yeah. But yeah, all right. So, yeah, when it comes to what risk is going to... What's up?
They just do... we got to do update.
What's the new update?
Day 3 moderate risk issue for parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas.
From where? Where is that coming
see
from?
What that is.
Yeah, go ahead and show me what you're looking at, because I'd like to take...
Are you looking...
Yeah, because I'm not...
It's got a tweet of it.
I'm sorry?
Wait, are you looking at Weather Republic's thing?
No. I subscribe to like all weather things.
Yeah.
And forecasts have decided to issue a moderate risk area for ports of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas.
Where is that from? I need to see a screenshot of that so I can show the audience.
Is it from Weather Republic, Sonny?
It's a blog.
I'm sorry.
I just subscribe to like every weather.
All right. Okay, there's unconfirmed reports right now. What's the NAM looking like at this current point in time? 24 hours. I want to see what the situation we're looking at right now compared to some of the other runs we are looking at right now. Okay. there's some interesting stuff starting to fire up 24 hours out. And the reason I'm only looking 24 hours out is not because the run, that's how far the run goes. It's also because this is going to be setting up throughout multiple days, and I just want to see what the consistency is going to look like, and if we're looking at better parameters for severe weather or worse parameters for severe weather, whether there's going to be cloud cover, which we're kind of disregarding for right now, right there, but still, yeah. Okay. Okay, this is okay. I just saw that right here. Where is this information from? Right here. Okay. All right. Oh wow, we have 100 people in chat right now. Right now, yeah, Gabe. I know. We have 100 people going in right now. Yeah. Thank you for joining the stream, everybody. I know it's it's been a little quiet right there.
Sacramento Weather Center.
Okay. Does anyone have access to David's Discord link so that way I can I can send it out. So that way
I think. Let me check. I think I might have it.
All right, if you do, perfect. Because I'd like to give a few people the opportunity to kind of give their own analysis to this. Okay, is Michigan going to get hit? At this point, most likely not. Let's take a look at the SPC as well, right here. Yeah, at this point, you guys could see like maybe some of the back end of the severe weather, but right now, most probably not. So, yeah. All right. So, will the risk for day 5 just be the remnants of day 4? As of right now, probably, unless something else unexpected fires up. We'll keep you doing that. Okay. All right. All right. Kaylee just put out the Discord link. If you want to give your own analysis, be sure to join that link and go into lobby 1. That is where we are at right now. Southwest Ohio. Oh, my screen just blacked out behind me. Oh, thank you very much, Gabe. Much appreciated. Sorry, I'm dealing with like 6 things at a time right now. I'll go ahead and put the. Okay, never mind. Okay, the Discord.
Hey Pat.
Yeah, what's up?
Like 3 people just joined the server all of a sudden at the exact same time.
I think that's fine. All right.
Okay.
All right, I think that's fine. Let me go ahead and switch to the Discord right here, just to kind of see if we can deal with that. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Hey, Pat.
Hello.
Is this another raid?
Hey, this is Cody from Pope Grandma.
What's up?
Nothing much. Hey, do you need a storm chaser out on Monday?
I need at this point. This is the last thing I'm really considering at this point. We got someone who has joined the call right now. Hello. Yeah, we have someone who's joined the call right now. Just as of right now, at this. But yeah,
one goal FST.
Yeah, STG yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. There he is. All right, there's the guy I'm looking for right there. I was looking for a couple of people I was hoping to join here. Radar Bolts, how are you doing? First of all,
great. How are you?
Doing all right. While we're waiting for David, I want your take on all this stuff going on right now.
So we're talking about day 5.
Yeah, day 4 right now, and then day 5.
Oh, David, what's up?
Okay, I've mainly been looking at day 5. I'll be honest, because I knew that everyone else got day 4 ready.
All right, yeah, all right. But what's your opinion on both of them?
Well, from what I've heard from everyone here, it seems like day 4 is definitely more of the bigger tornado risk.
Yep.
Due to the negatively tilted trough, that's really going to enhance that threat.
Yeah.
And the Dryline Dryline looks insane, I'll be honest.
Yeah. That Dryline looked absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I give my analysis?
Yeah, please go right ahead. Please go right ahead, STG. Sorry, SGT.
Tornado outbreak.
All right, one at a time. Let's let Sonny. Let's let SGT go.
50 chance.
Hi, my name's Sergeant Vibes.
Hold on, Sonny. Hold on. Let's let SGT go.
Hi, my name's Sergeant Vibes. Some of you may know me as Reed Lash. I've been in the weather community for a while. I just want to provide a analysis since I'm an expert with a lot of knowledge in NAM models and really anything short to medium range in general. So basically, just taking a look here, going on Pivotal Weather and going on another trusted source, weather.con.edu, that'd be College of DuPage Next Lab.
Yep.
You can infer that with the STP, the significant tornado parameter, a more focused corridor of significant severe weather with the potential for all hazards, including several tornadoes, some of which may be strong, significant damaging winds, and very large to very large hail. That appears likely just for day 4. There's a mega trough ejection. I mean a mega trough ejection. As you can see, or as if you've heard from Reed Timmer's stream, not his video from today, there was something about he said that this is all like. So he said May 3rd, 1999, and I'm not gonna.
Let's not make comparisons just yet.
Yeah, I don't want to make a comparison because I'm not gonna freak anyone out because I don't.
Yeah, we don't want to cause panic. We have over 100 people in chat right now, and I don't want to raise any panic or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just that these models are really. There's a lot of instability. There's a ton of instability. There's the 3 cape is high right now.
Yep.
And let me. Should I really be going to weather.con.edu or should I be going to my Pivotal Weather? Somebody give me some input here.
Yeah.
Because David, I know you. David, if you remember me, you introduced me to.
David's out eating some dinner right now, so he'll be back in just a little bit. I'm gonna go to Next Lab. Yeah, I'm just gonna. All right.
That's probably better a little bit.
NAM. 00Z is 39% through. Nice. I've got to go to the 18Z.
All right.
I've got to go to the Central Great Plains.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
What's up, Radar Bolt?
I just got called down for dinner, so I gotta go.
All right, that's fine. We'll chat with you later then.
All right. See y'all later.
All right. Okay, someone else apparently just joined.
I have some information. Oh,
who?
Someone joined. Someone left. Someone left. Someone joined, and then someone else left.
Yeah.
Dang.
Poor Goddess, I think, just joined.
I have some very important information about this NAM model on the precipitation simulated reflectivity on the 18Z NAM run at approximately hour 81. In central Kansas, it shows a large the development of a large MCS.
That's what I'm seeing.
But if the dry line's really going to be on that western portion, like the line of what you would like call the thirds of Kansas, like the western to central Kansas, that area. Yeah. And then it really supports that development in which the Storm Prediction Center, the FPC, is really going to have to shift that 30% far north. It really, if you want my predictions, they're going to shift that 30% risk area, or no, tomorrow's day 3, so they're going to issue an enhanced risk with the potential for a significant severe weather highlight, which is a hatched highlight, for portions of central to eastern Nebraska, portions of far northwestern Missouri, and portions well into eastern Kansas, as there's a lot of, I'm seeing the reflectivity for a lot of discrete development of discrete supercells, a lot of them too. So this is really supported by, it's just the dry line.
So really. You're saying this could get expanded?
It's gonna be expanded probably. There's no doubt in my mind about it.
All right.
I mean, even supercell composites at like an all-time high right now, because I've never seen supercell composite go to the 20s on weather.con on Next Lab on the College of DuPage thing. I'm gonna pull up the sound in here. Give me just a second.
Yeah, that's fine. If you guys in the chat would like to ask any questions of us, feel free to type them in, and be sure to also like the stream, subscribe to the channel, and do all that stuff, and also just share this stream with your friends, and if they're in this area, just tell them, hey, Patrick's live. He's willing to ask any questions. Let's go answer any questions. Let's go ahead and get there. Anything for Gainesville, Texas. Gainesville. Let me go ahead and take a look at. Let me go ahead and take a look at that right now. Let me go ahead and take a look at that right now.
Hey, can I interrupt you for just a second?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead.
There is an extreme low level jet. Like, I mean, an extreme low level jet coming on.
Yeah, no, it's like a 990 though.
Oh, Gainesville, that's right on near the Texas-Oklahoma border right there.
Yes,
That's north of Dallas.
My 3K reading's coming out to a 150. Yeah, 152 3K.
Okay.
That's quite unstable, huh?
All right.
Oh,
As
boy.
for the question about Gainesville,
Okay.
you're in that 15% risk right there. You're very close to that 30% risk right there. You guys definitely could get something out of this. What
Yeah,
you're going to
just-
get, too early to tell. We'll keep you updated on that right now.
Gainesville on the Supercell composite is around like a 4 or 5 or 6.
At what hour, though?
Hour, let's see, 06Z, so probably like
That's 84
12.
hours out. Okay. All
yeah,
right.
it's the map. But don't take
In Kansas.
take this very seriously
Yeah.
yet.
All right. So,
Oh,
yeah.
look! Oh, my SCP, my significant tornado parameter. I just got a reading of 13.8.
all right.
Wow.
Okay. Next question I have.
Oh,
If I am in north central Oklahoma, will the main portion stay west of me? North central Oklahoma is in the 30% risk, and considering what I just heard from Sergeant Vibes.
Reed Lash. Just call me Reed Lash. You all find me. You can find me. On
Wait,
National Twitter,
Relash?
You'll find me. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. I'm sure you remember me. Everyone
Yeah,
remembers me.
Relash.
Everyone knows
Okay.
me.
What I just
I'm
heard
the
from
guy with, like-
Relash is that that could get expanded further to the north, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas, based off of his analysis. Holy crap, we have 140 people in chat right now.
Oh, wow. 140 people watching the stream. I just want to personally, not even as a streamer, but just as like a person
Everybody
involved.
hit the like
I want to
button.
thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Everybody hit the like and subscribe button if 140 people are in there.
Yep. Be sure to
I
smash the
agree with
subscribe
Sunny.
button.
It's a very
Okay.
good sentiment.
Okay. All right. How
Well,
is
NAM's only 39 hours out right now on our.
that's fine.
our 0-0
All right. Here's
our
the next
0-0
question right now. How is southwestern Ohio looking as this system approaches us by Wednesday or Thursday? Right now, it's too early to tell for southwest Ohio. I'm assuming it's like the Cincinnati area or
Yeah,
something like that.
Cincinnati-
That's what you're referring to.
Cincinnati, Columbus.
Yeah, it's too far out right now. We'll keep you updated on that. Next question. There are still some concerns from Oklahoma meteorologists regarding the cap inversion. Do you agree that the cap may stay in place? Yeah, there's definitely a possibility of that. And
Yeah.
honestly, a good cap all the way down all the way until like late afternoon would essentially help hold that cape to its knees, and basically can help essentially break that cap as that warming continues to go during the day with the sun and all that. What's up?
Are the 700 to 500 millibar lapse rates? Those are low level lapse rates, right?
700 to
Yeah,
what
just-
lapse rates?
700 to 500 millibar lapse rates. Those are low level, right?
No, those are mid-level around.
I just pulled a mid level, so I just pulled a sounding out of northwestern Kansas. So really, I knew that 30% was going to consume most of the state anyway. Dang. But then I'm getting 3,435 MU cape,
All right.
151 3 cape, an extreme low level jet. I mean, this looks exactly like the entirety of April and May 2011 in a nutshell. And then
Let's not make comparisons just yet.
Yeah,
Hey,
not do that
I'm
right
saying
now.
I'm saying it's like one, not even an important thing about it. But
Right.
my lapse rates, right? My mid-level lapse rates are 9.5.
Dave is back.
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
yeah. Daniel is back, and it looks like John unmuted himself for a
David
second.
left.
All right, let me go ahead and
Ooh.
reestablish. Okay, David's looks like he's gone for right now. He'll probably be back in in a little bit, but yeah, yeah. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and continue asking questions. Oh, Stormy, is there any active weather tomorrow? Not really. No. How long? How is Central Iowa looking? Oh.
Did they? Is every?
All right,
dang, every.
All right, so
Well,
I'm
yeah,
back.
just-
Sorry about that. What happened?
All right. Well, I got a surprise for you. I'm sending you a sounding. Don't worry.
All right. Okay.
Don't worry at all.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep answering some questions. How is Central Iowa Looking in terms of tornadoes? right now, Central Iowa looks like it's going to be more of a wind, or more of a wind and hail threat right now, unless we see that expansion to the north. Okay. Okay, we got here's something from TRG Tornado for you guys to take a look at right here. Personally, I don't see much of a 30% northward expansion. Only the NAM shows a good environment that far north. Okay, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Okay, someone's messing with the. Okay, someone's messing with the. With this.
Yeah, someone's messing with it.
General chat, if you want to go ahead and put that on your stream, with credit to your boy.
All right, sorry about that. Okay. All right.
Yours truly.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ask the question again right now while I'm looking at this. How is Central Iowa looking in terms of tornadoes?
And
someone keeps... Who is messing with the... Hello? Okay, who's
hi.
Yeah, who keeps Okay, never mind.
I know who is. Hold on.
All right, take care of that, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept getting deafened.
Yeah, just... All right, that's fair. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now that that's taken care of, and John's going to deal with that right now. Okay, it looks like that's happening.
Someone keeps on kicking me out.
Yeah, I know, David. John's on the case right now. We're taking care of that.
You have administration that will appear offline, by the way. So
okay.
I don't know who Chase is or who. Yeah, Chase is your only offline staff member right now. So let me see what rank he is in your little. He's an administrator too. So.
All right. In the meantime, though, I did see your sounding right there. I actually have it pulled up right now on the stream. That lapse rate's almost absolutely unstable.
Well, the 3 cape will prove it to you. I mean, just look at that 151 3 cape. Yeah, and look at your significant tornado parameters on your fix and your sin. That's not good. Your most unstable, your MU cape.
Yeah.
I never like saying MU cape. I like most unstable cape.
Yeah,
that's even cooler.
Yeah,
makes me think of Missouri.
Definitely interesting right there. And that shear is also something not to mess around with either.
Look at your SRH. Look at your that should be meters squared per second squared, right? Is that M2S2?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the expo. Yeah, it's the exponent on it, and then it's per the slash for the per. Yeah. Meter should be in second. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do we have any more questions from the chat right now, just so that way we can keep everything up? I know there's over 100 people in chat right now, and I know we've been missing a few questions here and there, and we had someone messing with the whole stuff going on with our server right here. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at that.
We took care of it.
All right, thanks, John. Hey, you've been listening to all this analysis, John. What's your thoughts on it?
I'd be prepared. Be prepared for a dangerous day on Monday.
Fair enough.
I'm going to be right inside of
perimeters are there. I'm not going to overhype it, but perimeters are there for a outbreak potential.
Did you guys see max velocities? I'm not going to say the word of it, the term, but David Schlauhauer, do you know what 5 means? And a 5 and a 5 Look at max velocities video, David Schlauhauer. You might want to see that.
That's not what I'm thinking.
That guy's like.
Is it?
No. Oh, it involves the color pink. I'll just in the not color, but how about hatches? Yeah, I'm not gonna scare everyone, but trust me, guys. There's just trust me. If your trampoline's getting tossed around, trust me. Just kind of gotta stay away from the windows during these storms.
Yeah.
It's just if it's a severe storm, that's like I wouldn't get in the basement if it's like below 80. If it's like below 80 miles per hour. If it's 70 miles per hour, then I would get in an interior room in like the lowest floor of a building, that like your ground level floor. So like the first floor as soon as you walk in, like a bathroom or something. And then that hail, just stay away from the windows, and then you're good. Then if it gets like 80 miles per hour, that's when I go to the basement for sure.
Yeah.
Dang. I'm gonna be in the 30% for sure. Like they're gonna issue
Yeah, I'm
it.
gonna go ahead
There's
and
no doubt in my mind.
take care of it.
It might
gonna
go
be a few counties
36
inside
day
of it.
3.
They might.
Okay.
They might pull that level.
Okay,
4
I got
on
a
us.
quick
They might.
question right here. Is this severe weather setup similar to any past tornado outbreaks? Maybe more 2013. I don't
We
like
don't know
making
yet. We
comparisons
just
or
don't know
anything like
yet.
that. But what do you
It's
guys
way too
think?
early to make comparisons.
What?
I think
Chris
there's
Broyles.
a possibility it could happen. We just don't know till like Sunday.
It's called Chris Broyles. That's going to be your deciding factor.
All right.
Anything Chris Broyles is your deciding factor.
I think there's a chance we could have an outbreak on Monday if that sets up right.
Okay. All right. Is there anything possible for day 3? There is a marginal risk currently. As of right now, not really, no. I can go ahead and pull that up real quickly. Ohio and Pennsylvania. I mean, you could definitely see some winds and hail and all that stuff. Maybe a tornado if you're quote unquote
Tornado's
lucky.
probably
But
2%.
yeah, it's not. But the
2%
main threat's on
tornado.
day 4, right now. Okay. All right. I have that.
Theodore Johnson.
Yeah. All right. Hey, David, do you want to go over some more stuff? Or what do you plan to do?
Where do I find my VTPs, like my violent tornado parameters? Where do I find that?
All right.
And it's sounding.
All right. Okay.
And I think I'm getting accepted into University of Illinois for this.
Okay. When do the severe storms hit the St. Louis metro area on Monday night and Tuesday? That's not going to be until a Tuesday threat. That's not going to be happening until a Tuesday threat right there.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's like Tuesday afternoon or something like that. That's what I'm thinking right now. Yeah. When they issue a PDS tornado watch, will they issue a PDS tornado watch if the ingredients come together? And what happens when a violent tornado outbreak happens? First of all, we're not even considering that latter part just yet. We don't have we don't know all the information just yet. Could they issue a PDS tornado watch if all the ingredients come together?
Yeah.
Maybe. It's going to depend on the scenario right there. If you guys want to add on to that, go right ahead.
I think at the max, it's going to be a high and enhanced. I mean, I'm not going to... If you want to go on the more conservative side with this, instead of saying on more of a... How do I want to... Liberal side on it? I don't know.
Ooh.
Then you could... That's not political. That's like generous and non-generous.
No. We already know what.
But then if you want,
we get it.
I mean, if I'm gonna rule out, I'm not gonna rule out a moderate risk, but if I'm gonna make a prediction, it's gonna be for. Oh, that's gonna be right on top of me. Dang, Western Illinois, like that area where we had that high risk last year, but a little bit bigger. Remember that March 31st.
Yep, I remember March 31st.
Yeah. But it's gonna dip a little more south, if anything. That's it. Right on top of me. Oh boy, I just love it.
Yeah.
I'll be in the field. Don't worry. I'll have a drone deployed.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Do I think this will be a high risk with a 30% hatch? No. We're not even considering that talk right now.
No hatch.
It's still way too early.
Yeah, that's way too early right now.
Damn.
That's way too early.
Right?
What we're saying right now is this is gonna the build-up's gonna be for multiple days. And the risk is definitely going to be the risk is definitely there right now. Does Tuesday have a potential to be a bigger outbreak day than Monday? Probably not.
Probably
No.
not.
Yeah, probably not.
I think Monday is definitely it's gonna be the top one.
Yeah, I agree.
Tuesday's still gonna be a strong event. Like, trust me, we still have to be here. We still have to be worried. We still have to keep an eye on it and make sure we have our eyes peeled to the models and stuff. But Monday will definitely, no, not that, but likely be your more potent, more significant severe weather event. I mean, this is probably the most active I have ever seen.
Yeah,
the community.
most active severe weather
2020
season ever we had since. We didn't really have one last year.
We've had we've had 2 moderate risks all year, and they were only a week
we
apart.
had multiple
Okay.
buses.
All right. What do I think for Lincoln, Nebraska for severe weather?
I got sounding on it. Hold up. I have a. Yep. It says something right on Lincoln, Nebraska. Let me get my simulated reflectivity for you. Can somebody tell me where Lincoln, Nebraska is, please? Is that northeastern, southeastern? I am not good at this.
Yeah. Okay. Isabel said something in chat that I thought was kind of interesting. Monday appears the best kinematically and synoptically charged day, although Tuesday could be also potent, just not as significant. All right.
Doesn't she run Watching the Skies or something? Yeah.
No, Weather Republic is on your stream, Pat.
What's up?
Weather Republic on your stream.
Yeah, I know. I saw his stuff. Right now, I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Oh, what about OKC? That's a really good question right there. OKC is pretty much right in the middle smack of that 30% risk area right there. Let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about on the to the audience. Oh, my screen is black, so my bad about that. All right, let's go ahead and show that you guys are pretty much right in the middle smack, if not a little bit more to the east of the 30% risk right there. You guys definitely have the probability to see something happen over there. Do we know what exactly is going to happen right now? No. Too early for that. But what we do know for now is you guys need to keep a very close eye on the weather over the next few days. You guys need to keep an eye out and make sure, and if even if with the just modest observations, like is it sunny or is it cloudy or is it partly cloudy on the days before that, or where's the wind coming from? That will be very important for essentially how big this thing could potentially be. So be on the lookout for that and just be weather aware for that kind of stuff. All right. Okay, you said you had... Okay, Sergeant Vibes, you said you had the sounding for that, right? And Nebraska, Lincoln, Nebraska?
That's just showing me a general severe. But Pat, can I tell you something completely off topic that might be on your good side right now?
Okay.
The Cardinals are winning 6-0 in the bottom of the third, and the Diamondbacks unfortunately, the Diamondbacks have no out and one runner on base at second.
I'll talk about that later.
What about the O's? What about the O's? One comeback win.
We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. This is a serious weather stream.
Back to the weather. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm going storm chasing on Monday near OKC for the Niam is out. I would refrain from doing anything right now until we get a better look at what we're looking at. And also, wait for what the SPC has to put out. That's just my advice right there for you real quickly. So, yeah. All right. What's up, Pat? What do you think will happen around Iowa on Monday and Tuesday? Mainly wind and hail is going to be the threat, although tornadoes are absolutely not out of the question as of right now. Yeah, it looks like southwestern Iowa is going to be the main threat for day 4, and then day 5 we're looking at the rest of the state as well as Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, those areas right there. You guys want to go ahead and add anything else?
HRRR will be in range for our Monday event, and approximately
let's see what the HRRR says.
I'm doing some math here.
It'll be out in about 24 hours, I think.
2.5 hours. No, it'll go out. It goes out exactly 2 days. So that means
tomorrow.
It'll go to Monday night.
Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll see what the HRRR says.
Yeah. What do I think of the outlook will be for day 3? If you're referring to day 3 or day 4, day 4 is what we're looking at. Day 3, like I said before, it's just a marginal risk right now. Right now, the main threat is just wind and hail for Ohio and Pennsylvania right now. Just take it with a grain of salt, but it's not looking as nearly as much of a threat as other stuff we're looking at, especially day 4. So, thanks for the question right there. If you have any more questions, guys, feel free to type them into the chat. Also, what I meant is day 4. What I meant day 4 is day 3. Okay.
I'm also here to answer questions, so if anyone has a question for me, just say it's for me. I can answer that for you.
Yeah, this is a question for all of us right here.
Anything you need to know for Tuesday, let me know. I'm your Tuesday guy.
Oh, TRG Tornado's here. Hey, TRG, can you hear us?
Sure can.
All right.
TRG.
Okay.
How's it going?
Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry.
Whoops. No, that's my bad. That's my bad. I just
Okay,
like,
TRG, you've been posting a lot in chat right now. Now you have the opportunity to give a little bit of an analysis. What do you think of this? What do you think of this whole thing as we are taking a look at all this going on? And also, welcome to your first Pat's Path Predictor stream.
Is this guy Russian?
Thank you. And main thing is be hyper weather aware. That's obviously the main thing there. I just took a full in-depth analysis on the model runs. There seems to be a westward shift right where the SPC is at 30% in western Oklahoma. And the key factor is really going to be the discrete motion. It looks like we'll have a lot of discrete motion at first. So I do think a couple strong tornadoes are going to be on the table.
Oh, wow.
For Monday.
Most definitely. I definitely think the TRG where I'm thinking is northeastern panhandle of Texas, western Oklahoma, and again that southern Kansas.
All right. Does anyone want to share their screen on the Discord call so that way we can show our audience?
Pat, I do want to just quickly tell you, Sunday. Sunday's a sleeper day. I've been watching it closely. Sunday, 00Z Monday. If you check on the new HRRR, it looks like a clustered storm mode with quite considerable ingredients in place over Pennsylvania and Ohio.
Okay.
Ooh,
all right.
Really, the HRRR, the 0Z is out?
Screw it, making it out. Look.
Well, then, yeah.
My HRRR only goes out 17 hours. I can't do anything. Somebody
00Z.
0Z her goes 48 hours out, but I'll still take a look at it just to see what the parameters are.
Yeah, on pivotal weather. Because,
okay.
Yeah,
all right, let's calm down for a second.
Sorry.
All right, don't worry about it. I just want to look at the parameters that we're looking at.
Right there. See those storms right there?
Yeah.
I can see a couple of hailers there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's for Ohio and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, maybe a couple tornadoes in there.
Maybe, yeah, but the main threat I'm noticing is still hail and wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to roll out tornado and stuff. Just that the odds are low.
NAM is out. Oh man, this tape. Oh yeah, it is already out.
NAM is out. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta see this. We're
only 60 hours out at this point, so just give it a little bit more time. We can focus on some other stuff. There's a lot of people in the chat asking about Ohio on day 3. And look at
there's no green.
The dew point temperature spread is going to allow for storms to be mainly surface-based, so that hail threat, wind threat, and tornado threat will be present. It'll be all hazards.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take a look at the 0Z. I want to look at the dew points at 12Z, David.
Well, we got some real
good.
green in
That's
there.
good. Go to surface and then dew points.
Oh, you're stringing. Oh yeah, you're.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, dew points are there for sure.
That's
dew points are mid 60s.
Interesting.
Mid 60s, upper 70, mid to upper 60s.
There's a little bit of a bulge right here. A little bit of a bulge.
Dew points are there.
They absolutely are. Weather Republic, you're heading to bed later. Have a good night, man. And happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday.
60s.
What's up, Sonny?
I say the dew points are there. They're like fine right there.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
fine for thunderstorms.
Yeah, absolutely. TRG, what do you think so far? I know we're still early, but what's your feeling about this?
With like the broad scale pattern of this
yes.
trough.
Like we know there's going to be a negatively tilted trough.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if it's a neutral tilt. It's going to be negative. I mean, whenever you have a negative trough that traverses the Rockies like that, it's in the Western Plains. It's 70-degree dews, 3,000 Cape up there in South Dakota, Nebraska. Which that could be a little bit of a surface low tornado threat, maybe even a triple point up there towards Nebraska.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's going to be a big threat. It looks like a big threat for sure. I don't see any model runs that downplay it considerably. So I think all hazards on the table, and most of those will probably be significant. But I see hours of discrete storms, probably 2 or 3 hours of discrete storms, and then a rapid transition to a linear mode with significant winds, just based off of the orientation of the wind barbs.
Are we doing a stream on the day of this or not?
Do I plan to?
Yeah, I mean, I'll join you if you want.
I mean, it's gonna depend on my schedule at school and all that. But
where do you go to? You said you. Do you go to? Didn't you say? I heard someone said like a. I don't know if it's true or not. Someone said you went to USC now. I was
no,
like, huh?
No.
Where do you go? Where do you go to? Where do you do school at then?
Well, we have 100 people. We have 100 people in stream right now. I'll chat with you about it later.
Oh, okay. Because you said California or something. I don't know.
No, David lives in California. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up, David?
Hold on a second. No, just to refer to with what SGT was saying, I will be streaming on Monday, so there will be some coverage.
Yep, David will be streaming.
I'm joining. I got this. Don't worry. I would like to voluntarily sacrifice my time.
All right. Okay. In the meantime, I do want to. I do have another question.
Ooh.
Okay.
What are these?
Dryline is being sharp. Dryline's
The soundings are off the charts.
Yeah, that's.
So you mean we got an uptrend again?
Yeah.
For what?
No.
For what?
Uptrend?
I can see those small moderate area in there. Who knows?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
nice.
that's at 18Z. Are we looking at an uptrend right here?
Monday.
I'm sorry, I've been watching the chat. Okay. All right, in the meantime, TRG, I want you and David to answer this. What are you guys thinking for northwest of Dallas-Fort Worth on Monday?
How far?
Like, in the DFW region, like Denton County. Like Denton County, where Denton is.
I think there will be an isolated, a scattered. I think a slight risk.
Yeah, I'm feeling the same with
it'll
that.
It'll be about 20 minutes to half an hour drive from that enhanced risk. So it's gonna be right outside that plotted within 25 miles of a point thing or whatever.
It's gonna be nocturnal.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nocturnal there, and with a nocturnal threat, instability will run thin. So probably an isolated severe risk.
That's a good thing.
Looks like my friend literally made the outlook for me after I was like, Weather Republic. We're doing an outlook thing. Just
David?
started it today. Yes.
If you want to go over you see my username here, right here, the display name in the server. If you put an underscore, that should be my Twitter. I did post a custom outlook of what the of what my day 4 was. Because we're on day 4 right now, right?
Now, yeah, it'll be updated soon.
Already LASH on the Twitter. That should be the display. If you want to go ahead and take a look at that.
Yeah.
Show everybody what I'm thinking.
Hey, where are you viewing your stream? Oh wait, so what are you? Where is it? Where is this? Oh,
okay.
It's on my Twitter. You might wanna scroll fast.
All right.
But even it's like a post or two down because there are some pretty funny and weird things.
Okay,
that aren't weather.
Okay, we got some questions here. Is the tornado threat going to be spin up tornadoes in a line or discrete cells?
I'm going discrete cells on that one.
What do you got? What does the rest of you think?
We could have like a. There could be a line type deal like for the first
we could have a
little tiny bit of that event
with the discrete cells. I wish they a couple of discrete cells to get a line.
All right.
Ooh, boy.
Discrete line.
Discrete too.
All right. Okay. All right. Someone's asking about Aiden. You're asking about the dry line bulge first. Yeah,
yes.
Gabe and I were talking about that earlier, but TRG, you weren't in here when Gabe and I were kind of talking in the chat. What do you think about that bulge happening?
It's a NAM moment.
It's a NAM moment.
It looks like a NAM moment right now.
For the first tiny little bit, it just got in range.
I wouldn't bet on it happening, but if it does, holy crap, would it be a crazy?
Okay,
that's
crazy. That's insane.
That is not a minimal bulge. That is like
all right, what are you guys looking at? I am confused.
What is that? Okay, there you go. I was behind
Very
the screen.
sharp.
Sorry that.
Very
Okay.
sharp.
Yeah, the bulge is insane. If you know what a dryline bulge is, you'll spaz about that one.
Yeah.
And what do I look at that on the NAM? What tool do I use?
Go to
2 points.
surface. Go to surface, and then click on mixed dew point.
Yeah. All right.
I know what
Okay.
we're looking at.
Fantastic. And there's our theta E right there.
Oh, that is a thin dry line. My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Look at
You're
you.
rich.
Wow. I'm gonna
Damn.
narrate this thing.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Okay,
gonna narrate this thing. That's cool.
All right. Next thing. Aiden's asking LLJ uptrend. Thoughts?
I gotta look at my sheet. I gotta look at that wind.
Hey,
Yeah.
No matter what we're looking
Latest-
at.
Wow.
Significant tornado perimeter is out.
7.9.
Wait, what?
We got a 7.9 on the
Oklahoma,
STP. It's
Kansas.
not as high as
Ooh,
before.
look at our wind speeds. Oh, David, can you take a look at speed 500 millibar?
Oh. Okay,
Yeah, 500
that's
millibar wind
interesting.
speeds.
Let me go ahead and.
Oh, you got some purple in there.
850 millibar wind speeds. Those are not. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you got some
nice.
purple in there. That's a strong
That is
wind.
Okay, that's at 10 o'clock
Nice.
right now. I'm finding 8.5 SIG-TOR parameter. And
Yeah, because you have to go into the white part.
Yeah,
the
it's
blank part.
It's not a
Because,
very
yeah,
good one to
It's
use.
bugging.
But yeah, 0Z NAM, here's what we have. Supercell composite, about 12 to 13. Where are we at the 12Z?
78.
Yeah, 12Z, at least in this, about a little bit of an
21.
uptrend, but not as much, but a little bit of one.
TRG, let me send you this. You got to see this. Let
Oh,
me send this in your DMs.
that's
Let me
terrible.
send this.
David, did you find my
Oh
third
my
my
God.
outlook yet?
Yes, I
Oh,
did. I left a comment. Look at that sounding.
Oh,
TRG.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Let's go to my Twitter then, real quick.
Yeah.
Holy.
Oh, I searched up
Yeah.
Twit.
That
I
is
searched up
insane.
Twit YYRT.
Are
Dude, that dry air
Are
loft, 9.3 laps rates. Holy crap. I didn't know that existed.
Are they?
Oh, it goes up to 12 on the legend.
Yeah.
Trust me. That
I
would be
know,
fun.
but that's insane. 9.3. Typically we see like
Wait, is this
7
the
or 8.
sounding that... Oh, this is the sounding you're referring to, David.
Yeah, look at how steep the lapse rates are on
Let's,
this.
all right,
EDS
for those of you who are
tornado,
still here,
wow.
let's go ahead and take a look at this. Oh, yeah, that's pretty interesting to say the very least. Okay, let's go ahead and put this here. Hey, David, could you go back to that thing so we can take a look at it? So, okay. All right, whenever you're ready, I'd like to take a look at the sounding.
Okay, here it is.
Damn, that's a lot of cape, number one. The cap's not particularly that strong. And you're still looking at a lot of shear. Very much
Yeah,
so.
that's
Oh, gosh.
concerning.
And disregard the
400 meters
PDS
squared.
tornado, everybody. Disregard that.
So,
Good rule of
if
thumb.
I'm not mistaken, I think the GFS has the dryline bulge as well.
Yeah. Isabel, it's 9.3. That's almost absolutely unstable.
Yeah.
Oof.
That is a very well-defined EML.
Okay. Are you getting another sounding pulled up? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this-
is that the same one or is that a different one?
Yeah, that's
That is not
That's
called
a
out again.
similar one.
That's a slightly different one. Okay.
9.3.
Okay.
That is
That-
actually dry adiabatic briefly. That's a
That's-
dry adiabatic.
Where's
Wow.
that?
Yeah.
Where at?
Right around 700 millibars. It's literally like dry adiabatic briefly with height.
You're getting to your almost absolutely unstable part right there. Lapse rates over 9.8 is absolutely unstable. And every meteorology student and everyone who understands weather kind of understands that's your magic number right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
9.3 will do the trick. Look at how many analogs on the Supercell there are. There's like 4 analogs.
Yeah. Hey,
Well-
TRG, I need your opinion on something.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, I've heard some people in the chat asking about like cloud cover and stuff like that. I not using
Yeah.
the models
Sorry,
'cause
yeah.
it's so
Top prediction.
unreliable. But what's your thoughts on that?
I think we will have cloud cover as an issue. At least in eastern Oklahoma, the amount of cloud cover in western Oklahoma models still have it clear. So maybe on the eastern side of the risk, maybe an issue. But
Guys, look at the strong SREF trough ejection. If you put it's a parry the strong SREF trough ejection because the entire thing, like from pinks to reds, it's like in the shape of parry. If you really look at it the right way, and if you put a PNG of his head on it, it's so like so similar to it. I mean, so similar. That's cool. That is very cool.
So it depends, because if the NAM were to be right, cloud cover would most likely get rid of most of the threat until nocturnal hours, and if the GFS is correct, it's going to be storms will fire at like 3 a.m. and cloud cover won't be an issue.
Yeah, and these models are hard to predict cloud cover, and I'm throwing out any model that's calling for that, mainly due to the fact that
over California.
Yeah, mainly due to the fact that it's so unpredictable that we need to pay attention to that. Okay, Gabe's put something in right here. If you have a lapse rate greater than, I would say, 9 degrees Celsius per kilometer, you can get a fatty type of Cape profile, allowing for more buoyancy and vertical accelerations for convection. Matter of fact, Gabe, if you're still here, let me go ahead and send this real quickly in the chat right here. All right, yeah, Gabe, if you're still there, I put a link in the chat. We're in lobby 1. If you want to come on and talk some more, Gabe. For those of you in the chat, he's one. He's one of my friends from my school. So, yeah, he's one of my major friends from school. So I figured if he wants to, he can come on and kind of describe what he's looking at. Yeah, but that's his choice, though. No pressure. So, yeah, anyway, while we're waiting for that, what else do you guys want to talk about?
I do have a couple of thoughts on this.
What's up, Cor?
So in Oklahoma on Monday, they're saying temperatures are going to be in the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s, which even if there is cloud cover, that could add to the threat. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could add to the threat during the nighttime hours.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, he's right. Upper 80s could do the trick too. You have all that heat, if the sun does come out, that could create problems with the environment.
Yeah.
Tell you this, cloud cover won't be that big if you have temps already in the 80s, but main thing with the cloud cover is lapse rates. That's what's really gotten rid of a lot of our potential this year.
Yeah.
But,
oh boy.
But it's to say for every reason the whole state of Oklahoma gets cloud covered. That could downtrend the tornado threat.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I am just now seeing your post about the
I just know anywhere I go, anything that weakens storms tends to follow me.
By the way, as JT and anyone in this chat, if you all want to take a look at my post on Twitter, there's more.
Is it the
info
one where you
that.
Posted the 4 photos and it's about a substantial severe weather episode, possibly regional?
Yep, that's the one.
Here, let me read it. A substantial severe weather episode, possibly a regional outbreak of severe weather, is looking probable for Monday across the Red River Valley, northern Oklahoma, and just east of the I-27 corridor.
Yeah.
All severe hazards are likely to be significant, especially after 23 to 00Z, which is 6 and 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time, or CDT. A strong 500 millibar trough will be ejecting into the
Sorry, yeah, I need a lot of
desert Southwest. Let me read it in British now. Then it'll be into the desert Southwest at the beginning of the period on Monday early morning. However, through a second trough over British Columbia, I'm assuming. British Columbia will make a bit of southeastern move by 15Z Monday, at which time the trough over the desert Southwest will have an
I'm going to take a look at something real quickly. So, Yeah.
Rapidly intensify. Whoa, David. Whoa.
Hey, all right. Let me read this actually, because I know. Okay. By Monday afternoon, the intensifying PVU streamer will promote lee-side cyclogenesis over eastern Colorado by 21 to 23Z Monday, which will help to advect middle 60 dew points even into central western Kansas. All of this moisture will be advecting as isotropic ascent arrives. As this occurs, steepening mid-level lapse rates of 8.4 to 8.8 degrees Celsius will overspread the very buoyant warm sector air mass. Now, while much of this air mass will likely remain capped as an EML overspreads the region, the continued forcing for ascent with cooling mid-level temperatures will result in storm initiation sometime Monday afternoon and evening along the dry line. However, there is still some uncertainties on the exact amount of destabilization, as a capped air mass early on may struggle to destabilize. But enough.
David, are you reading your post that you did earlier?
Yeah.
We already read some of that on stream earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, we already did that. I kind of summarized that so that way we could get this whole thing started. But yeah, I'm taking a look at the cloud cover. TRG, thanks for sending me that. It's not much I can really go off of right now, mainly because it's so unpredictable at this point that but I do appreciate you sending that to me just for some context.
You can't really predict clouds.
I mean, looking at cloud cover on any models, like looking at the GFS all the way 384 hours out.
Exactly. So it's just, you got to take this with a grain of salt. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's
not early on your stream. Haha.
Yeah.
It's all it has to do with the sun. And see what the sun does is job, it heats up the earth.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about in regards to the severe weather threat?
I think by the time Monday hits day 2, there could be a moderate.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they'll put a moderate for Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. TRG enhanced or moderate tomorrow, and why?
Okay, first off, right off the bat, enhanced, but leave that to the SPC.
Of course.
But if I had to say, and if I had to enhance because of predictability issues, it depends on that NAM model. That NAM model is going everywhere, and if that starts to agree with the GFS, then I would start to say, yeah, maybe we could see an upgrade. But I mean, right now we're at an enhanced, and we've been at an enhanced for a while, so I'm expecting them to keep it.
Okay.
And my thoughts on this are, I'm keeping it enhanced for the day 3. When the day 3 comes out, my outlook personally, until it was updated by Weather Republic earlier, so you can reference that to my post on my Twitter page. That's my outlook right there. That is my outlook of the enhanced risk of severe weather that I put out. Okay. And that's where I stand at this point. I'm just not too comfortable going higher probabilities right now at the moment.
There's too much uncertainty.
Yeah, but a moderate risk, I'm very sure a moderate risk will be issued. If that's day 1 or day 2, we don't know yet.
All right.
Day 3, never know. We're talking about day 2 or
Okay.
the Tuesday or Monday.
All right, next, a quick question. Do you think the SPC will keep the slight risk for Lincoln, Nebraska, or will it go higher? For now, probably slight risk.
Yep.
Yeah, slight risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it's about 50. I'll say it's probably
But
within
you
50
never
miles
know.
north.
They could do a couple of spots in the enhanced risk. Who knows?
You never know. Yeah.
I think it'll stay slight. I mean, a brunt of it's going to be in Oklahoma and Kansas.
I don't know if a
Can
triple
some-
point sets up, it could easily go enhanced.
Is H triple R in range?
Definitely not.
No, not till tomorrow night.
I thought there was an H triple R.
Tomorrow.
48 hours.
Yeah.
Not till tomorrow or Sunday.
Where do I find
Events
that?
54.
Bro, you have to
But
wait till
for
Sunday.
Legacy
Okay,
Chicago,
all right, next question, guys. Do you see a slight risk issued in Pennsylvania and Ohio for day 3? That risk.
Yes.
No.
Yes?
Yes.
All right.
It's possible.
With all models pointing towards it, yeah.
I mean, it's
I would not
Probably
be
I
stay
think,
with
yeah.
I do, probably.
All right.
Like I said, I'm not the SPC, but based on models, would not be shocked at all.
Fair enough. Okay, there's...
Yeah, right. where
Okay,
that
the Sin is
waterfront
apparently minus 700 over Oklahoma. Can we verify that for the severe weather stuff happening on day 4?
David,
Jeez,
verify it.
I can look at it right now.
All right.
Negative 700. That's
Is that-
pretty.
That'd be the... Like, 700
Hey,
Sin
that's
is essentially... Like, you're not breaking that. That severe weather's not going to happen.
Guys, go to hour 78 on the on mass convergence on the NAM for 00 for David. Look at the mass convert. Look at that. You just see everything, and then you just see that purplish bluish dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Bro
see
really
negative 700, by the way.
Bro really decided to pull up randomly.
Yeah.
Little bro did not get the memo. Oh, well, well, considering we have a bunch of going through our little main part of our sounding here.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me see. So.
Oh, it's not even
Negative-
impressive. Weak tornado. Oh, this
Jeez,
is barely.
yeah, negative 700, 670. That is, first of all, the amount of energy in the atmosphere on the positive side of the sounding, not very much. So that is a very strong cap, and that is a very strong.
That's not going to
Look at
break
You're
at
not
all.
gonna break
But
No.
then
You're not
again,
gonna break that.
this is the NAM. This is the NAM.
What hour is that valid for?
For what hour?
that. That is 0303Z Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I wouldn't
10
trust that
p.m.
at all. Like
yeah,
you said,
I'm
it's the
gonna
NAM.
I'm gonna wait till other models get in range before I vet
Yeah.
those before I make a conclusive statement.
Yeah, right now it's probably it's like 2 or 3 days away. So
Well, this is the 0Z, right, guys?
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, models are beginning to show capping. It's
All right,
don't
so
trust
right
that
up-
right now, Isabel. Wait for the rest of the models to come, or look at some others and see
oh
what
yeah,
they can.
negative
I'm
750.
getting off.
Yeah,
now.
it's the NAM.
I'm
Just
getting
Negative
off, guys. Good
750.
night.
yeah,
I'm not getting off of VC. I'm getting off of the wet. I'm getting off of the internet for now. I'm just gonna get on. I want to get on.
All
I'll
right.
still be talking about the weather, but yeah, while
All
I'm
right.
focusing on grinding Apex Legends, I'll still be talking about
Yeah,
the
we've
weather.
been-
Don't worry,
Yeah,
I can do both.
yeah. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours now, which is pretty crazy.
Go for
Is
5.
Yeah.
All right.
Imagine you
I
stream until like the Outlook.
think I'm gonna take my leave for the night.
All
I
right.
got some movies
Yeah,
playing.
you take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You've been a huge help for us.
Thank you. Thank
right.
you for letting
Yep. Stay safe, Core.
y'all.
Oh, this
too.
is
Yep.
this is what was I using the 18Z the whole time? Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Look at that cape.
Yeah, that's
Bruh.
see the yellow thing. See the yellow dot.
What's that? Damn.
There's a yellow dot.
If I hear damn come out of his
dot.
mouth, then
Right
you know
there.
something bad's gonna happen. Damn is so worrying.
Yeah.
There's
Interesting.
a yellow dot right in the wet Norfolk in the Panhandle, Texas.
A lot of convective inhibition down here. Let's see.
Yeah.
3,000.
Yeah. All right.
Pat, did you read the Outlook about them saying enhanced for day 5 in the Arclitex area?
Are you talking to me?
Yep.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, they say the chance
What?
for an enhanced risk for day 5.
What?
Yeah, they
forward.
mentioned. Yeah, they are
Day
like
5, like,
strong with it too.
Day 5 as in
Sad.
tomorrow?
Or
day
no,
5
day 5
as in
like
day
right
5?
now,
like
Tuesday.
Okay.
30% area.
Another
Damn.
thing is at the
All
top of
right.
the discussion, it says
Oh,
significant severe weather
wow.
possible.
Okay.
Jeez,
You guys go ahead and talk
there
about this. I
is.
have to go take care of something real quickly.
Possibly, wow, we might
Oh,
have
yeah.
a multi-day.
Yeah, Chicago needs to take it close I already too. I'll just get the
we got a sounding
I'm
over here
choosing
in
that.
Houston. We got a sounding over here, negative 800 on convective inhibition.
Geez, you're not going to break that.
No, there's no way.
There's no way you can break it.
Is that in front of the dry line though? Because I can tell you this: if it's
No,
capping,
that's in Houston, Texas. I'm just looking at random soundings.
Oh, that's just Houston? Is that where it changes?
Northern Texas, so this is Northern Texas.
What about
Good.
Kerrville?
I don't know about Kerrville.
because all I know is that the capping well out in front of that cold front's not going to matter a whole lot. Plus, it's going to be overdone on nearly every model run. I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But storms are going to fire in probably near Wichita Falls and Woodward, Oklahoma, and then they're going to push into that capped environment. But if they're already going, it shouldn't be too much of an issue as long as it's not, like you said, negative 700 capping.
You might have another tornado thing right there.
Jeez, I'm sorry guys, I'm tired right now, otherwise I would be providing much more input. But I might actually, for the first time ever on a Friday night, go to bed before 12 a.m. Or be laying down watching YouTube for the night, be settled in. But since it's Friday night, then I should probably just be on the grind all night until 4 in the morning. Wait for that Outlook thing, go to bed. And I wish daylight savings time didn't exist right now. Otherwise, I would be waiting for that Outlook until 3 a.m. Because you see, 3 a.m. would be way more happy, be better for me.
I'm done, Pat. Sharing my stream.
How many viewers do we got right now?
What's going on?
Because don't we have 2 streams going, David's and Pat's?
Oh, it's
I'm
my
streaming.
No, I'm streaming. All right.
Viewers?
Okay. Is there a triple point with this or no?
Sort of, yeah. In northwestern Kansas, there might be a triple point setting up.
All right. That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before.
Guys, my teammates already. It's like playing Call of Duty. Yep. I'm sorry you guys just had to witness me.
Yeah.
You had to hear me with that laugh.
Yeah.
That laugh.
Okay, what does TRG think about Tuesday's threat? What do you think, TRG?
Tuesday's threat?
Yes.
Both of them look interesting. I tell you, Wednesday looks interesting as well. That's probably going to get a 15%. But Tuesday looks like a bimodal setup. It looks like a solid setup in western Missouri as well as southwestern Arkansas. Bimodal right there.
Yeah.
And honestly, right now, I think that might have more potential than Monday.
Okay.
Because it looks like the trough gets more well-defined. And, I mean, overall, there's a better balance between your ingredients.
All right.
By the way, welcome Gabe Weather to the Discord server.
Oh, Gabe's here? Nice.
Yeah.
Welcome, Gabe.
Nice.
Bruh! What?
Brilliant. Okay.
Who's at my door? Oh, yo, who at my door?
All right.
Someone at my door. Someone at my door.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to cover before we wrap this up?
Wrapping it up. Come on.
We've been at it for 2 hours.
Yeah,
oh, there he is. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining the server, Gabe.
The night is still young.
I'm good.
Yeah. Anything else, guys? Yes or no? Maybe so.
Me going from 630 Twitter followers to 580. That was hard to believe. Yep, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, David, TRG, do you want to cover anything else?
Wednesday looks interesting if you just want to talk about that for a second.
Next Wednesday.
Wait,
Wednesday. Yeah, day after
Next
Tuesday,
Wednesday?
17th.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday looks really interesting.
Where's that?
Probably gonna get like a slight risk at the max. Let's be honest.
Autos?
Bro's gonna.
Embedded
Bro's
shortwave
gonna issue a
trough on the
non-hatched.
Tropical Jet Stream. I mean, that's how we ended up with a moderate in Oklahoma last week. So
Yeah.
All right. See y'all later.
All right.
Follow me on Twitter.
All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, that'll be interesting. Sunday night looks a bit crazy for North Ohio with the instability in Crazy Cape. Thoughts?
I mean, yeah, that's the one that I'm talking about. It's a sleeper day right now. I'm expecting
that's a sleeper day.
Yep.
I would be
surprised. Who knows?
If we don't see a slide, I would be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty then. I guess I'll wrap it up now because it's been a couple of hours, and yeah, it's been a very informative stream. I think things wrapped up really well, and yeah, everybody, thank you for coming on to the stream tonight and for giving your analysis.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Yeah. All right. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're closing the stream out right here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps us out and helps us get more streams and videos out like these. The goal of this channel, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful evening. Stay safe.